G'day, how are you? I'm Steve. Hey, welcome to Woodworking Masterclass. I came down the shed and I was doing some work and I thought, might as well share what I'm doing. Those of you that saw the start of the knife block I was making for a friend of mine, and that's his logo there. So I thought in the back of the knife block, I'd actually put his logo. So I thought I would do that with marquetry. I've used the double bevel system, which is on the scroll saw, which I've talked about before. It is very, very good to use, and yeah, you can get a lot of really fine detail without too much hardship. So there's the bull's head I've cut out, and there is the waist. I might keep that because I can use those little bits and pieces for something else. So we now take this from here. I'm working on the back side of this. G'day Jared, g'day Jared, g'day Louise, how are you? Here's some of your wonderful veneers, Louise, actually going into a job. There you go. So that's how she's looking at the moment. Whoop, crimped a bit of veneer up there, which wasn't very clever. Now this will fit nicely into there. Which it does. So, oh, missing a bit. Where'd that bit go that just came out? I'm missing a little bit there. It broke. This is a trouble you have while doing this with a big sheet. Okay, what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit here that's broken off. And it doesn't, oh, hang on, I might be lucky. I might be lucky, is that it? I don't know, that could be it. No, don't think it is. So it's obviously fallen out. And what happens is when you're spinning this on the table, it catches, and the negative, which is what you want to take out, breaks like that. And you go, well, that doesn't matter, but it does matter if the wrong bit breaks, and the wrong bit broke in that situation. But that's all right, we'll fix it. I'll show you how to fix it. It's always good when things stuff up live, aren't they? You learn how to fix things then. This is black. This isn't one of yours, Louise. This is fumed oak, or cooked oak, I think. Beautiful, American oak, but it's black. And that's the back side of it. That's the front side. That's why it's got paper on it. So when I turn this over, there's a lot of paper on the front, but that is okay. So what I'm going to do to fix the bit that's broken, put a bit of whatever that stuff is, baking paper on the top. What I'm going to do now is, if I can get any glue out of this at all, g'day Cam, g'day Michael. Why do you have your streams at my mealtime? Mate, because I know you're going to be sitting down, that's why. No, it's just one of those things. I've been out all day. Oh, I'm going to sit down. I've been out all day sourcing brass for my ancient Celtic harp that I want to build. And I found most of the stuff I wanted, in fact, found all the stuff I wanted, because it's got a lot of brass work in it. And there's not many people carry brass stock anymore, but give them a shout out, the good people up there, Black Hawk Metals. It Acacia Ridge, which is near where I live, they had everything I needed. And I was quite happy to buy full lengths, which is 6 metre lengths, I think. I thought, yeah, that's all right. But much to my pleasure and delight, they had a heap of shorts. So at the moment, I just want to find out what designs I want to do and everything else. So the shorts suit me. Okay, what I've done, there's very, very messy outline of the cow's head, so I'm just going to drop that in there. And it's got paper on that side, so I'm not worried about it getting glue on there. Pop that in there, and that should go in there with a 0 gap. Great little veneering hammer. If you ever want to get into this, cross-peen hammer makes a great small detail veneering hammer for getting small bits in. Push this around here and around there and up there, and that looks pretty darn good to me. Okay, so now if I hold this up, you will see, well, you won't see anything because it's got paper over it. Oh. There you go. You can see right there where that light's coming through. I've got a hole. So what I'm going to have to do is cut out a bit of veneer and fix it. So I'll just see if I can get something close to approximate it. And there we go. G'day, T-Bone. How are you, mate? Nathaniel, g'day, mate, to you too. All right, now, I want that side like that. That's going to go down. All I'm going to do, I'm going to use the window method. I'm just going to move it around until I find a piece that looks as if it belongs. Get the same orientation and, oh, there you go. Beautiful, that looks absolutely stunning right there. So I'm going to flip this over like this and put some tape on here. So this side I'm looking at here is the back side, the side we're going to glue down. That's why you can see a lot of colour on there. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over, and this little bit here, I'm just going to cut this out and then pop it through. You'll see what I mean in a tick. Let's put all this down like that so it looks lovely. Put a bit more tape over there to hold it all in place. I've got the grain orientation is the same, so just with a little knife, I was hoping this didn't happen, but there you go, it happened. What can I do? You just got to go with it. There we go. And push that down so it's flush. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this shape here where the hole is. Sometimes I don't approve of this method, but I do use it. Sometimes if it's really, really hard, because this is pretty coarse grain and those little medullary rays are pretty hard, you can use the stab method. So instead of cutting with a knife like this all the time, you can just work your way along and stab it through. It works. I wouldn't do it on a large piece, but a little piece like this. Okay, that's actually broken, but again, I don't care, because I'll show you for why in a minute. Okay, so I've cut that. I know you can't see it, but I've cut that all the way through. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge, like that. And I'm going to turn it over carefully. Now this is the bit that we took it off of, and I can see them nearly all the way through. So what I'm going to do is just, it's broken to 3 or 4 different pieces. But stress not. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. And don't forget, we're working on the back of the piece here. This is the back. The sticky tape's holding that up. All right. Now I pushed glue from the front into the hole, and now I've pushed that piece from the back into the front, and I'm just going to put a bit of, I did such a good job I couldn't find it, put a bit of sticky tape on there. That's going to hold it in place. So now, if you look at that, it doesn't have that hole there anymore, and I now got to I got to find where it is now. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm going to put some sticky tape on the front, like that. Anything else that looks a little bit sus, put some sticky tape on it and hold it down. So we want that all to be in one dimension. We want that to be all totally flat all the way around. Now if I turn it over, I take this sticky tape off, because I'll put sticky tape on the front, and that will hold it in place. Just carefully pull all this stuff off. Now, as I said before, this is the back, so you don't want sticky tape on the back at all, because when you glue it down, if you've got sticky tape there, the glue won't take. So that's the back side of the image of his logo. So the front side, it just looks a little bit cleaner. But what I've got to do now is cut some plywood, and then we can lay that up, and we'll put some plywood on the back. Some plywood on the back. Some veneer on the back, and clamp it up, and that will just about do that. Who else has snuck in whilst I've been concentrating? Oh, changed my glasses. Craig, g'day! Been a while, glad to catch you live. Oh, well, I'm pleased you dropped in, Craig. It was getting lonely without you. Matthew, g'day, mate. Matt, yeah, that's it, Matt. I've got to go. Well, you're right, Matthew, so I always think it's safer if I answer in the name that I get given, or a shorter version of the name I get given. Ah, dear. Yeah, you asked Matt about a dovetail jig the other day. Why didn't I get one? I'll show you. Oh. Okay, that's the dovetail jig. And Matt said in one of the comments after I'd cut the dovetails up for the sound box for the harp that I'm making, why didn't I use a jig? The reason being, I don't like them because they dictate what your spacing is going to be, and it might only allow you to have 4 dovetails, and they might be a big spacing between, which I didn't want. This particular one I wanted, here you go, you can't see, can you? 5 dovetails, because I think it looks nicer. And the dovetails I use, the generic dovetails, and these machines are no different. Softwood are 6-in-1, and hardwood is 8-in-1, I think it is. Whereas the one I like in softwoods is 5¼ to 1 ratio, which means what you do is I'll show you how you get it on the back of that. Okay, whoops. Where's la règle? Oh, here we go. Okay. So we'll just draw a line here. And we have a mark here. That should be 90 degrees. And what a 6-in-1 means is you come across here 1 inch, or in this case it's 25mm. So we'll go 25mm there, and then we go up 1 inch, which is close enough to 150, 6 inches, which is there, and when you draw that line to there, that is a 6-in-1. I use a 5¼ which is just a slightly chunkier whoops. There you go. So slightly chunkier angle. In fact, I have got one that I use on the twisted dovetail, or the impossible dovetail, which is this one here. And when I cut those, that's actually a 4-to-1 ratio. They're very, very tricky dicky things. You look at it and you think about it for a while. Then you go, how? It took me a few beers to work it out myself. But anyway, and what does a 4-in-1 look like? That's a 6-in-1, that angle there. That's the one I use most of the time, which is a 5¼ in 1. So it's slightly wider. And then this is a 4-in-1. And if we get that there, you can see there's a fair difference between the 6-in-1 and the 4-in-1. But that's how they get dovetails. And the idea is the harder the wood, the higher the number. So if you're doing hardwood, you can go to an 8-in-1 or a 7-in-1. But once you understand the ratios of how dovetails are set out, it opens up, if you want to get artistic, it opens up just so many opportunities. And once you understand you use a wide dovetail in softwood, a narrow one in hardwood, then you can actually pick your dovetails to suit the job instead of being stuck with a 8-in-1 or a 6-in-1. Hey, anyway, I got sidetracked. It's not unlike me, is it? There you go. Cam was going to get dinner from the carvery tonight. Oh, well, there you go, Cam. Well, you tell Randall you saw his logo and it's coming. I promised, actually the other day I caught up with her in town and I said, I'll deliver it on Friday. And here's Friday and it's not here. But you can tell Randall it's getting done. And enjoy your feed too. If it's done tomorrow, I might go and grab myself a beef roll as well. Vince, g'day! Sitting here in my daughter's home enjoying some woodwork. Says, hi, well, g'day, Zara. How are you? Keep your dad in check because he needs to be kept under control, that man. All right, you can stop laughing now. That's enough. Shush. Watch the show. Okay. How does he know? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, I was going to cut some plywood up. I'm like, oh dear. Okay. What have I got? This should do, I think. Okay. I'll cut that there. That goes to there. That's going to be enough for that. All right. So wait a minute, we'll go over and dock this stuff off. Oh, there you go. Now, where did I say? There. Rough enough, good enough. Okie dokie. Now, oh, I might need it again in a bit. There. That there. See how good this is? It's pretty good. G'day, Paul. I've been doing well, mate. How about yourself? Hope life has been treating you well and fairly. Or fairly well. Whichever way you want to look at it. Okay. Oh, I'll just go and shoot that over the jointer. I'm back in a tick. Oh. There we go. That'll do. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Where is... Oh, Tim Tams are on special today. If anyone wants to know, Susie went and bought a few cartons. We were getting low on supplies. Okie dokie. Here we go. Or should I go the other way? Doesn't really matter. Wouldn't that rot your socks? Not quite big enough. Where's my bigger ones? Where's me bigger ones? that'll do. That'll do. Oh, I caught up with Terry Gordon today too. For those of you that enjoy H&T Gordon planes, it was nice. He had something for me and he was in town, so we caught up. Okay. Dear. I don't think this is going to work. I might have to try something different. I thought I actually had a piece already ready for this, but apparently I was wrong, which isn't really all that unusual for me. Okay, here we go. There. Actually, I know what it'd be. What would be better? No. Doesn't matter, we'll do it this way. Oh, I spoke to Theo too. Had a good catch up day today. Okay. Now, well, the trouble with thin ply, got to get it dead centre, it'll do all sorts of horrible things here. Fortunately, this glue I'm using, which is Tight Bond Original, it goes off pretty quick, so if I can just get it, hold it there for five minutes will do. Ah, bee's wing. There we go. There you go. All right. That's not too bad. I can see it coming all from together in a minute. All right. I think that's actually starting to take. No. just talk to you for a bit while this goes off. There, that's going to be easier. Where are we up to? Oh, you were going to eat at Zara said g'day. Paul, been doing good. Are you a woodworker by trade? Yeah, fine furniture maker. I have many trades, but the one I've done the most in my life has been a furniture maker. But I've got a few other trades as well, and they just sort of, I don't know, came together. And woodworking would be the least, the least likely trade when I was a kid. So there you go. It all comes together. And I like it. Out of all the trades that I do, it's the cleanest and it's the nicest. Oh, dear. Okay. That's pretty close to being all right now, I think. What I want is some, let me just measure something. Oh, then I've got to get some 33. I don't know if I'm going to be lucky. I just got to measure my book press to see what's the widest bit I can get in there. Oh, 33, I can do it. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's good. That is good. I'm just over here looking for some bigger cords at the moment. I will be back. If you hear banging and crashing, that's what I'm doing. Just looking for something. Well, there you go. I just found 2 number 7s and a number 5 hand plane. Oh, 2 number 5s. Well, I didn't know I had those. There you go, 2 number 5s, 2 number 7s. It's amazing what you find when you look around, isn't it? Okay. Whoops. All right. That's going to do me all right. Could you use rubber? No, because it'd fold. But it's all good. It's all good, Louise. I think she's good enough for what I want now. Okay, let me just. Oh, a bit of crappy old bit of silky oak, but it's for the back, so I don't really care because it's going to go on the wall. Oh. Actually, what I could have used, Louise, was tape, but I think it's okay now. Says he, hopefully. There you go, look at that. Now we're going to have that going that way, that's going to go that way. That's going there, that can go there. So we'll cut that here. And a bit of luck, it will break off, which it did. Now, oh, you mutt. Okay, that can go on there. Just cut that off. It can go there. Where's my mouse? My mouse is doing all sorts of silly things. Let me just move it over there. Okay. So now this, I. Oh dear. All right. I've got to cut just outside of that. About 10 mil. Let me just sharpen the pencil. And I think, yeah, if I come 10 mil over. Wrong glasses again. Let me change them. There we go. We go to there. Oh, hang on. Have I done that? No, to there. To there. Join that up. No, I won't. I'll cut it. I won't join it. I'll cut it. And those of you that know I do it, but when you're cutting veneer, get a bit of 240 wet and dry. Put it on the back of your ruler. That way it won't swivel when you're cutting it, which can prove very frustrating. A bit for the dog basket. And don't try and cut the veneer in one go. If it takes 27 cuts, it's going to take 27 cuts, so don't rush it. And on the bottom, we'll cut it. Actually, I think I've already got that, so I might just cut that there. I will double check. I will double check. No, that's all right. And the same with the top. I think I'll just go over the top with 10 mil again too. we go. All right. That goes on there, that goes on there, that goes there, that goes there. Come on, you rat. That should be okay. What I want to do now is line this up so I've got the centre, and then I can line the centre of the veneer up and have it centred. All right. Now, everything being equal, look at that. That's good. So the centre of this piece, get in there. The centre of this piece of veneer should line up with this centre marks, and I can put it down and it will be good to go. I'm not totally happy with that not staying where it's meant to, but I think it should be okay. Okie dokie. I'll do this bit first. Hoping it's holding together reasonably well. Okay. I am flirting with fate here by not letting this dry properly, but I think with what I'm trying to do, it shouldn't really be an issue. We'll soon find out. This is hide glue, dirty hide glue. lower it down. All things being equal, which they're starting to look as if they are, we can put this part on. Okay. This is the back side that I'm doing here, so make sure there's no sticky tape or anything on there that can affect the glue down. Okay, now we've got to line up the centre of this with the centre of that. So that's there. That's there. I generally put glue on this side as well. It helps to level the veneer out and helps it to stay down a lot flatter, so we don't, although I'm going to clamp it. That should be okay now. Here we go. Not worried if the sticky tape, that's cool, doesn't matter. We'll take it all off tomorrow anyway when it's dry. Okay. Now, go on there nicely. This can go on the other side. Should be able to pick that up without any major catastrophes, I think. There you go. Leave this here. Bit disgusting, that bit. Okay, put this bit on here, and what I'm going to do is go over to my book press, which you can't see, and I'm going to put this in the book press. I'll be back in a tick. I'll just put, well actually you can see it. I'll show you, spin it around. There you go, that's the book press there. I spun it around, but I didn't change the camera, did I? Yes, I did. And that's where the joint is. And the last one over here. There you go. Leave that till morning and it will be good. Ah. There you go, there you go, there you go. The other thing I'll do is cut up the Perspex. I might just do that. And then that will just about be it, I think. Whoop. Now, I don't know. I'll rough cut it. And then I can do it the exact size when it's at a more manageable size, I think. Oh, this is polycarbonate, not the, it's not Perspex. Polycarbonate, which is good, it's stronger. Look, I might even just do that on the bandsaw, I think. I should be able to, or will I do it on, let me see. Let me just have a, let me have a think. Yeah, no, we're doing the bandsaw. That's going to be just as easy. As soon as I work out where the bandsaw is. There we go. Right about there. Which you can't see yet because I haven't changed the camera. But I shall now. Isn't it marvellous? I keep saying this, every time you want to use the machine, you can't because there's stuff in the way. All right, let's try that. All right, that's going to be pretty close. Oh dear. And I'll true it up tomorrow. So I've been going for nearly been going for an hour, so there you go. There you go. I don't want to break this joint, so I absolutely have to. So, yep, that will do. I'm going to have to take a bit off here and then put a piece of timber along there so you can pull it out. That, of course, will take this off so you can see in there, but that's so when the knives are dangling down, you don't get someone putting their hands in and cutting themselves. So that's all good. That's all good. So finished the Inlay work, laid down some veneer, did a bodgy job on putting some plywood together. It should be just fine without any drama. And I've been burbling on for an hour and I'm looking at the clock and it's 20 to 7 and it's time I better go up. It was funny, my grandson, Anthony, who some of you know, he turned 18 yesterday, the big 1-8, and he wanted cookbooks for his birthday, so we got him cookbooks, and he cooked the most fantastic meal, sweet and sour pork and fried rice. Absolutely gorgeous. Didn't use chicken's eggs, we used goose eggs because we got some goose eggs. And his snide remark when I came down here yesterday at about 5 o'clock was, well, if you want dinner to be hot, you better come up early. Turned into my wife. So there you go. That was it. Oh, let me see. Nearly missed it. Michael, nice. Must be me. One of those. Must get me one of those. One of those watts. Oh, I've moved the camera. Look at that. I've got to do that so I'm in the centre. But it's all good. Okay, well, that's it. Did everything I wanted to do. I'll turn my scroll saw off. Oh, and yeah, tomorrow I'll do some more on the knife block. Whether or not I stream, I don't know. Can't promise. All depends what happens and what goes on. I do want to do some more on the harps. So yeah, there'll be a few more streams in the coming week. I'm actually going up to someone I've never met. There you go, stranger. Place next week to use metal lathe, because there's one thing I don't have is a metal lathe. I got a few friends that have got them, but unfortunately they've all moved away. So I was umming and ahhing whether or not I should buy one, and this guy hires his out, so I'll go up and turn some of this brass and see what I can make out of that. But that's about it. That honestly is. I can't think of anything else. No, so that's it. I can't do it when I'm sitting down there. This is Steve pulling the shed door down, saying thank you for being a part of it, and appreciate your company and your whatever you may call it, your attention and your input. That's what I mean, your input. Look forward to having your company in the workshop at the workbench again very, very soon. Till then, remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and that's it. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Catch you all later on. God bless. Take care, be creative. Catch you later. Bye for now.